Let me check in with Bernardine Evaristo's The Emperor's Babe, her 2004 historical novel in verse, set in, I think it's 2011 or 2012, Londinium. So, England under the Romans, where our main character, the one telling the story, is Zukalika, a daughter of parents who fled an ancient city, somewhere in Africa. I'm going to butcher all my things. I will have to get all my details right, but they ended up coming to the Wild West, to this kind of untamed land where it was like promises that they could make some money, which is Britain, Londinium, where the father started off with like a single food stand and has now kind of pulled his way up to have like multiple ones. She is 11 when a Roman official, Felix, notes her, grossly obese Felix, who marries her and is, given all this insurance that she's going to be a supplicant, submissive little wifey poo, and is not. Drops the ring right off her finger after they're wed, and smiles at him. Which point I have the literal thing is he takes her home, carries her across the threshold, and holds a candle to her privates, which is like, screaming pain. Is this a metaphor for him in putting his penis in her? I'm not quite sure. He goes off on business stuff. She slips her minders and goes to visit her friend Alba, who is still a little kid while she is now a kind of made up adult woman, even though she's still 11. Lovely. Yeah, so there's that. And also Venus visits Venus, who is, I think, from Essex, or what will become Essex, and is a trans woman who they met because when they first met, Zukalika and Alba were a part of the crowd that were throwing rocks at her, but Venus, she stuck it out. She did her own stuff. She has actually set up her own services and kind of runs a house for other trans women or people who are interested in trans women, and is sort of a part of the community now. And so it's like, I'm not yet someone else. I think someone says, like, it's got hair sprouting from where breasts would sprout, I think, is how you kind of get clued in that Venus isn't your just a cis woman. So there's that. She is learning. She wants to become a poet, which I guess is how we get her telling her story in various forms. I don't know if there's much. There's some rhyming going on. There's definitely poetic language. There's sometimes you would just completely forget. It just happens to be in that kind of format. But if you heard it read out, I think you would just think it was prose. She has a brother, the favored brother, who is called a Catullus, which is what I think of because I think of some of the very modern translations of Catullus. Catullus, this Roman poet of around this time, sounds very contemporary and has all these kind of contemporary, kind of earthy things of his private life, and so Zukalika does get that as well. And we start hearing about Septimus Severus, the emperor who is from Libya originally, who has risen to be emperor, and there people are thinking like, he's going to come here and just kill and behead all the kind of the wild savages in, like, Scotland or Wales and stuff like that, and subjugate them and make them pay taxes. Hooray! And so that's the I guess that's the emperor has been mentioned. So I guess we'll see how Zukalika gets there, but we get some definite, child bride, a candle to your to your vulva. It's like stuff like that is like, shit, 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 and stoning of trans women, and or deep harassment, but also just all this kind of overwhelming imagery of smells and sounds and things being sold, and just the kind of the feel of Londonium is quite striking. So yeah, that is the start of The Emperor's Babe by Bernardine Evaristo. More videos later.